Why hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as Screen Speak, and in today's video, this is my full all Spider-Man movies ranking video. So without further ado, let's rank. Alright guys, so that said, very special because I am a huge Spider-Man fan. One of my favorite Marvel character, my favorite superhero in general, one of my favorite fictional characters. Besides, I mean, like Spider-Man, SpongeBob, Rick and Morty, all up there in the same bar. But today we are not just doing all 9. Like I initially was planning on doing just all 9 live-action Spider-Mans until I realized, what am I doing? Leaving out two of the best movies. One of my favorite movie of all time and 2 of the best animated movies. What am I, an imbecile? No. So, we're doing all 11. Let's get things started here. No time, no shamoo, no words. That's not even a word, and I agree with you. We're doing Amazing Spider-Man 1 at 11. Cry, okay? Cry, Little Goblin Jr. Yes, cry. That's right. It's number 11. I think it's a good movie. I think it's good for what it is. Just on rewatchability for me, it doesn't sit as well as other ones on this list. Yes, there are great sequences here. For instance, the lizard, when we see Lizard first transform on the bridge, I think it's a stunning, beautiful sequence. And Spider-Man saving the kid in the car. Andrew, Spider-Man saving the kid from the car. He's like, put on the mask, it'll be okay. And then the car catches fire, and then he saves him at the last second. Great. The crane scene, great. Although, this is one of these, you could say the same thing about both Amazing Spider-Mans, but I got more details to say about the next one. This one feels just like Spider-Man The Dark Knight. Like, it's really dark, and that's also another problem. I don't rewatch it enough. It's fine to start, it doesn't, again, it's not an egregious movie. It's not hard to get into to watch, but it's just not the best. Also, for some reason, when you start this movie, like, there are some beats that feel similar to Tobey Maguire, like this origin story when Uncle Ben dies. With great power comes great responsibility, and then he goes to the robber and he's like, he kind of throws the line out there like, that's not my problem. I missed the part where that's my problem, kind of thing. Pseudo line like, that's not my policy, kind of like, that's not my problem. But for some whatever reason, I'm watching this again before Brand New Day, and I'm like, why does, when you walk into Oscorp and you see Lizard, is like, did they just pull random source material from Jurassic World? Like, the lab looks like Jurassic World. Lizard is like Dinosaur Land. I'm like, what are we doing? But for some whatever reason, it's in the bottom of the list for me. Now, right above that, again, I enjoy every Spider-Man movie in my own way, differently. Do not think that I am calling these movies bad. Well, kind of, but the reason I like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 at number 10 higher than this one is what make both of the Amazing Spider-Man movies is Emma Stone and I almost said Andrew Parker. Andrew Garfield's chemistry. It's on its peak. Even in the second one, it still stands. It still holds up. Now, yes, let's be real. Electro isn't the best, but I feel like with his character being redeemed later, I feel like that this overdoes the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and TASM 1 and this TASM 2. And I love the suit in this movie more so than I do like the weird sunglasses, like skinny sunglasses design in Amazing Spider-Man TASM 1. And the Electro suite, the Electro theme by Hans Zimmer, the whole soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, I think it was James Horner. He passed away because he also did the first Avatar, and then they had to get Hans Zimmer to do the new Avatar movies. And that's just one of the things I like. I've never been a big James Horner fan. I think the James Horner theme, I really like it in the Amazing TASM 1, but there's moments in Spider-Man TASM 2. The Gwen death is, wow, it's intense, and the fight with Green Goblin, I guess it comes out of nowhere, but it's a crazy fight when it happens. And Rhino is obnoxious, but I kind of ignore that, and I just go. I mean, the opening scene is hilarious. To then you just get like, I just love Electro when you get that music playing in the Electro suite pumping up, and it just works for me on every level. So I like it a little bit more than 2001. That comes in at number 10. Number 9 is if I like you got the Andrew 2000 movies, and then just a little bit higher. I love them all. I love all Spider-Man, but a little bit higher is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Sam Raimi's trilogy is a treat. Now, this is the one that if people come to me and say, I don't quite get Spider-Man 3, or I don't see Sam Raimi's vision, like, you have to be a true Sam Raimi fan to understand how these movies work. Okay, watch his horror movies. There's nothing really spooky or scary, but if you notice the visuals, Sandman turning into mud, Venom, oh, there's some horror elements there. I mean, like, it's great. I don't think that they were wanting to do Venom, but I kind of like that they did. It's like the spookiness of it, and then the Sandman turning into mud, the big creature. It's like, it has some flair. And I've always loved Sandman as a character, and like growing up watching this movie, I really appreciate it. And the theme, like the the Sandman theme is dun 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 dun. It's beautiful. It works for his villain theme. I love it. I love the villain themes. Except I wish Scorpion had one. That's neither here nor there. But that, for me, guys, everything about this movie, and not everything about the movie works. Emo Parker doesn't really work, but it's silly in the moment, and it's just the transitions throughout the movie they work. Because I know that he has the suit on him, I think it'll be interesting to see how Tom Holland interacts with the black suit. All I'm gonna say. I doubt he's gonna be doing a little bit of Emo Parker and more so like. Actually, I have no idea what he's gonna be doing, but I hope he just doesn't do that. You know what I mean? So I like it for what it is. The Harry versus Peter fight is amazing, amazing. And but that said, Spider-Man 3 comes in at number 9. Number 8 is Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire. Now, as I was saying about like the weird like horror elements, I think Green Goblin invigorates that terrifyingness, like and that was not a Hulk, by the way. That was But when Tom Holland transforms and you see like the weird visuals, like Sam Raimi knows how to do these weird in the head weird transitions, like just what is it called, like swooshes and all that stuff. And it looks beautiful, and it feels like Evil Dead. When your camera moves, seeing Green Goblin on his glider. Now it's a little dated. I think like there's some stuff I like about Spider-Man 3 more. Sandman, Venom, the goofiness of it. But I like how Spider-Man 1 is more that origin story. So and it works on a pseudo rewatch. I mean, it's like I said, it's a little dated, but I like this origin story better than the first X-Men. The first X-Men is entirely dated. I watched it again, and that one's rewatchable, but the Spider-Man 1 feels more colorful, existable in it, as a Spider-Man origin story, whereas X-Men are like, this is not as colorful as it should be for X-Men or XYZ. So I like Spider-Man 1 for the reasons that I just said, and it comes in there number 8. Next up is Spider-Man Homecoming. I need to say some words to anyone watching this video. What are you smoking if you say you don't like this movie? Now, I again, like I said, love every Spider-Man movie in different ways. I think this first Sam Raimi Spider-Man is a great origin story. I understand if you think that this isn't Homecoming isn't an origin story, because that's true. It's not trying to be a specific origin story. It's trying to introduce us to who Tom Holland's Peter Parker Spider-Man is currently at this point, and grow his story from here onwards. People just go, it's an ugly movie, it doesn't make sense, like we should know more, we should learn more. It's like, okay. They're introducing them into a world of superheroes where we have Tony Stark as his mentor. Deal with it. Vulture's theme, can we just take a minute to cherish that theme? I forget how it goes all the time. Down, down, bum, 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 bum. It's it's a villain theme, and it's amazing. And I love Vulture's theme. Tinkerer, seeing Tinker and Shocker in this movie. Introduction to Aaron Davis. I miss that in my Brand New Day as well. We should get Prowler in this movie, in this trilogy. Oh, that's the third movie. That's the third movie, guys. I have my thoughts on the third movie. Third Tom Holland, fourth Tom Holland, fifth Tom Holland. I messed it up. I meant to sixth Tom Holland. Oh, I forgot. Anyway, we're talking about Homecoming, but the Vulture played by Michael Keaton. His reveal that it's Liz's dad. Oh my gosh. Now, one of the reasons I don't have this higher is because I've always disliked this, and anybody that comes and attacks me, oh, we didn't get introduction to Zendaya love interest right away. I'm not a big fan. I think the movie should have done better if they had said, we are doing MJ from the start. He has the crush on MJ, and he's going for it in Homecoming. But no, somehow it's Liz. I don't know why it's Liz. It is. I don't know why. The movie works beyond that. I think it works beyond that, but that's my one gripe with this movie, and I think the end credit scene is hilarious. Scorpion was one of my favorite end credit scenes, and we finally got paid off a little bit. And the Captain America post-credit scene is amazing. So, love it. Next up is Far From Home. And please, I would love if you would come at me and yell at me, because I have this so high. It's like right in the middle for me. I will always love this movie. I have listened to the soundtrack. This came out in 2019 after Endgame, and I listened to the soundtrack. We were on a trip to Colorado, and I was like on my phone and go, Spider-Man, Far From Home soundtrack. Boop. Listen to it. I was on the edge of my seat listening to the Mysterio theme, and I will always love this soundtrack. I constantly listen to it. It is so peak. It is from top to bottom. I will always love Michael Giacchino for like Inside Out to whatever else. But this movie, this soundtrack is just top to bottom epic. I don't know what else to say. Like, if I could talk to Michael Giacchino, I would tell him Far From Home and the next movie, No Way Home, have beautiful soundtracks, but my God. Mysterio's theme is beautiful. We'll love it, always love it. Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I heard Mysterio was going to be in the movie, and now seeing other movies that Jake Gyllenhaal is in, he needs to win an Oscar. He not only needs to win an Oscar, but I will never dislike him as Mysterio. His costume is top notch. I thought Mysterio in the comics was great, and seeing him in a movie, I'm like, I love this movie. Now, yeah, the drone tech is a little stupid. Is it? Sure. Does it work because of his character? Yeah. Do I like the movie? Yes. The answer is yes. So, I don't know. I love the movie. I think another thing, the summer vacation vibes, I will always love. And Spider-Man in Venice, Finding Hydro-Man, peak cinema. So we're done. We're there, and that is at number 6 for me. Number 5 is Spider-Man 2. Now, yes, I have all the nostalgia in the world, as you just heard, for Far From Home. But this one, with the train scene, undefeated. And also, Jake Jonah Jameson, the introduction with the pizza time stuff. Excuse me, we have our mower over there, if you can't hear me. I'll just yell louder! So with the Kirk Connors thing, my class is over. To J. Jonah Jameson, you're fired. Oh wait, now you're unfired. I need you to come here. The lines, it's so quotable. Pizza time. Like I said, the train scene, the kiss me again, the car flip. It's all there, and it's great. The bank scene. What's his face? Joel McHale as the bank teller. There's all these things, like, yes, I have my nostalgia towards Far From Home, but Spider-Man 2 is the best Sam Raimi trilogy film. It is so good. It is peak in every way from every scene that they do. Aunt May doing a little bit of attacking towards Dr. Octopus. The Dr. Octopus chainsaw scene in the hospital, and he's going, rrr, rrr, rrr. It totally feels like Evil Dead Sam Raimi, and I love it. For that reason, that's why it's the best. You get a little bit of you can see a little bit of his Sam Raimi Evil Dead quirks in there, and it's beautiful. So that comes in at number 5. go a little bit quick because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Next up, I already made a review for this, but Spider-Man Brand New Day at number 4. This is where it's coming in. Now, I didn't grow up with the Sam Raimi movies, the Tobey movies, but if people have this one over Brand New Day, I completely get it, but this is how my list goes for me. And you might be like, what? It's not over another movie? No. So I actually did something as we came out of this movie. Me and my friend, I was like, fine, I'll put it over No Way Home. And I'm like, and then I slept, and I woke up Sunday after we saw the movie, and I'm like, no, shoot, I can't do that. This is a great movie. Great movie, great movie, great movie, great movie. It's grounded. I think it works on every single level. Rage Hulk, perfect. I love Jean Grey's introduction. Want to see her more in the MCU Mutant Saga. Scorpion, a little bit wasted. I would have liked to have seen him more as a threat. Maybe they will later. And I want to see more villains. Like I said, in the third movie of this new trilogy, I would love to see Prowler. Maybe Prowler and Miles. If they have Mr. Negative, Hobgoblin in the third movie. In the next one, like a Daredevil team-up with Kingpin and Hammerhead. However, I said that in my review. However, Punisher's introduction, as he gets into the third act, great character. I just wish he was introduced differently. And there are other things I like about this. Next movie pick, but I think it works great on its continuation, and I want to see how they continue it further from this film. But I have my whole review, and this is where this movie ends up for me. So that said, Spider-Man, I'm glad it's grounded, and I liked everything about it, like the fighting effects, like it feels like Insomniac and all that stuff. Comes in at number 4. Now, number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home. Can you see the shirt that I'm wearing? Am I a little bit biased towards this movie? Sure. I couldn't believe the event we had in December of 2021. It has been almost this December when Doomsday comes out, 5 years since No Way Home, and we're having another cinematic event that is Avengers Doomsday this December. I am so over the moon about how good 2026 movies, Marvel, everything, events are. My life is. But No Way Home will never be beat by a live-action Spider-Man movie because the 3 Spider-Mans meeting up, the villains coming, like Electro looking like he should, being redeemed, Lizard being what he already was, just in a new, better, a great movie, Sandman looking like Sand and then looking like Thomas Hayden Church at the end, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe looking gorgeous, and these lines, and Willem Dafoe's lines, the dialogue is great, the build-up is there before we get Tobey and Andrew, the fight at the third act is just a plethora of action, and the way the spell happens, and, Spider-Man, Peter sees them get into college, and he wants to go be with them, and the way they end it, the I love you, and the kiss, and I tear up every time that I watch this movie. Now, yes, there were some emotional beats in Brand New Day, but No Way Home will leave me scarred for life at how I saw that movie in theaters, and I will go, peak cinema. John Watts killed it. Now, Destin did it great. I love Destin Daniel Cretton, what he did with Shang-Chi, a Wonder Man show that's not getting a season 2, getting canceled, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. But I love it all, and I want to see more from Destin Daniel Cretton. But John Watts' trilogy is my favorite trilogy of the MCU. Yes, over Guardians. Yes, over Captain America. And Deadpool doesn't count, but whatever. That said, No Way Home comes in at number 3. Now, yes, technically that would be the end of my live-action Spider-Man ranking, but we have 2 more movies, and that's going into number 2, Into the Spider-Verse. Now, what can I talk about that doesn't really, without just saying, I love the number 2 and number 1 picks because of the multiverse or Spider-Man love and nostalgia, which there is really no nostalgia. There's nostalgia for No Way Home or Far From Home because I loved it in 2019. And I'll always love it. Nostalgia towards No Way Home because it was 5 years ago and the villains and all that sort of stuff. But I didn't grow up with the Tobey movie, so I don't really know if that's nostalgia for me or nostalgia for other people. But Into the Spider-Verse, let's hear my thoughts. So, Into the Spider-Verse came out 2018, and that's where was it 2018? Why do I want to say it was 2018? 2018? Okay, no, 2016, right? Let's click it and see. It was 2018, so I don't know where Venom was. Anyway, forget Venom. But at the end of this movie, we get the Venom tease. No, wait a minute. It was Venom, where we get the first tease at the end credits for Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, that looks like a dope movie. Watching Into the Spider-Verse, and I was like, whoa, with my dad. And then COVID happened. I didn't really revisit it much. Then COVID happened, and I was at events with my friends, and I'm like, Spider-Verse is such a great movie. So good. It's epic animation. And, then I'm going into my next thoughts, actually, but this movie is just, I love the fight in the house and the fight at the end. There's just these moments like the leap of faith quote, like it's jam-packed with great memorable dialogue, like I was saying about Spider-Man 2, but these quotes that live with you and all that sort of stuff, and like the multiverse, like it's not super confusing. They make it sort of streamlined with all these Spider-Mans coming together. Penny Parker, Spider-Ham, the anime Spider-Man, Spider-Ham, Spider-Noir, regular Peter Parker, Spider-Gwen, and Miles, introducing Miles, and it's beautifully done in this movie. And then just teeing up the sequel. But, like I said, there's Scorpion, Prowler, Tombstone, Kingpin, female Doc Ock. It's a splendid movie. Like, I love that all these villains can interact in this movie, like No Way Home. And it's a beautifully animated movie, and it doesn't feel overstuffed. It knows how to get the job done in its runtime. And that's where Into the Spider-Verse lays for me, number 2. And swinging right into number 1 is the sequel, Across the Spider-Verse, my favorite movie of all time. And hopefully, with next year's next Spider-Man movie, July 25th, 2027, I believe that's what the release date for it, is Beyond the Spider-Verse, and hopefully that become my favorite movie of all time. Because this movie is a treat with the 2099 Spider-Man, the opening of the movie. You got the Vulture thing, you got Spider-Gwen's little introduction, and then you go into Miles' storyline. You get the Spot. It's just voiced by Jason Schwartzman. Love him. He's in Scott Pilgrim and all these other Wes Anderson movies I've seen. Spot becoming so menacing by the end of it. You get this awesome music build, swing triumph with Gwen's theme, to Prowler's theme, to Miles' theme, to the Spot theme, to the little rock Spider-Punk guitar sound. It's the greatest ending build-up swing into a to-be-continued I've ever seen. And I love the way they do this. The New Way Your Train scene I've always loved. The twist that Peter's the real anomaly, or Miles is the real anomaly, Spider-Man. It's like all of it, and all these, like the Gwen sting, like when she flips up the watch band that she's talking to her dad, that she's not Captain anymore. Shea Wiggum as her dad, Captain Stacy. There's all these sort of cameos, voices that I love. Peter Son as Genki, Miles' roommate. There's all these sort of things that I love and I keep hearing, and I love this movie all the way through and through. Live action, Aaron Davis, or the Prowler, who's Aaron Davis from Homecoming, that version. What is his name? Troy and Abed in the Morning. Donald Glover. It's all these sort of things that make this movie. It's like No Way Home. Like, none of this. Every time I watch this movie, it just gets better and better and better. And that's one of the things I will say before I end this video. It's almost like Across the Spider-Verse and No Way Home are at the same level. But what I can't do is have No Way Home over Into the Spider-Verse. I have both animated movies directly on top. So here's Across, here's Into. And then Brand New Day is my Into the Spider-Verse. Like, No Way Home is my Across, and then Brand New Day is my Into. So that's my analogy there. If you can't follow it, please leave a comment, and I'll explain it to you in a reply. But it for me, guys, that's my top 4, and I mean that's how I'm that's how I'm acknowledging my top 4. But that is my list that's why Across Spider-Verse comes in at number 1, and that's my full Spider-Man movies ranked. Now, I have to say that I am very excited for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2 coming out this fall on Disney+. If you have not seen Season 1 of that, go check it out. Really good theme song by the Math Club. And the two composers who did Cobra Kai show do that show as well. And Spider Noir on Prime, so good. I love it so much. Wasn't sure what to expect, and watching it in black and white was a treat. And I would love a season 2 from Spider Noir. But love those projects and love Spider-Man. Love everything about him. Love it. Can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse next year. Tom Holland Spider-Man 5, I'm here for. Everything. I was actually, when they announced Brand New Day, I was like, meh, I don't know. I want to see the next Spider-Verse movie. And I actually really enjoyed Brand New Day more than I was expecting to when they announced it. So I'm super happy it's here. I love every Spider-Man movie and everything Spider-Man related. So let me know what you thought of this ranking. And thank you for tuning in this week to all my Spider-Man related content. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and stay tuned for what I got coming up in the future. I will be moving into my apartment for this final year of college, and but I got the End of Oak Street review coming out very soon. Ice Cream Man by Eli Roth coming out very soon. Lanterns is starting up soon, which I could care less about. And what else is coming out? We don't know. But leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, watch screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.